stretch and tone class. Let's begin by taking the shoulders round, forwards and back. Just loosening your shoulders. And then let's continue with the stretching, taking the hands up towards the ceiling, big stretch. And then breathe out as you take the hands down. Breath in, stretch and exhale down. And again, breathe in, stretch and hands go back as you exhale. One more, breathe in and then take the hands down behind you. Let's go into a gentle spinal twist as you're looking around behind you to incorporate your neck. Wonderful. And then from here, just start shaking your hands as though you're air drying your fingers. Wonderful. And then place your hands on your hips, softness in the knees, and just circle the hips one way and then the other. Big circles, softness in the knees. Balance on one leg and then just loosen that knee. Nice and steady. And then swing the leg forwards and back. Wonderful. Let's take that leg across the body and out to the side, pausing the leg out to the side for a moment before you take the foot down. Great work. Let's go into hip flexors. And then rotate your ankle and your wrist, and then let's go to the other side. Just the knee. Stand nice and tall, swing the leg forwards and back. And then take that leg out to the side, so it goes across the body and out to the side. Testing the balance here as well. Wonderful. From here, let's go into hip flexors. Take the knee up and over. Great work. And let's continue with the breath. Circle your wrists and ankles, then have your feet hip width or a little more than hip width apart. You're going to bend your knees, you're going to scoop up your breath and then slowly breathe in. Hold the breath for a few seconds as your hands go up above you and then exhale out. And continue breathing in. Hold your tummy muscles, hands up and then exhale out. And again, breathe in. Hold and exhale. One more before we go into mountain pose. Breathe in. Hold that breath. And then as you exhale out, walk your feet closer together, as close as you can. Raise your toes and spread them before you place them down on the mat. You want to achieve an even distribution of body weight in the soles of your feet. And then lengthen your spine, keeping your shoulders down, your hands as though you want to touch the floor, reach down, and then just raise your chin just a little and lengthen that spine, standing nice and tall. When you close your eyes or gaze to the floor, whichever is most comfortable for you, take your attention to the soles of your feet. And notice, is your body weight actually evenly distributed in the soles of your feet? If not, move your body just a fraction so that you can get that even distribution of body weight in the soles of your feet. And stretch. Wonderful. When you have that even distribution of body weight, stay there, lengthen the spine, And then just take a moment to do an internal body scan and just check in with your body. See how you're feeling this morning. And if there is any aches and pains, just take care of that region, that area. And breathing nice and controlled. Sometimes these aches and pains due to tension. So now as you're standing here, try to relax. Taking nice in breaths and out breaths. And relax. Gently blink your eyelids open if you have them closed. Allow your feet just to be stepped out to the side, and let's go into a gentle spinal twist, looking round behind you. Wonderful. Spinal twist. Just loosen that body. Start shaking your hands, air drying your fingers. Beautiful. Pausing in the center, we're going to take a big in breath. Squat down as you take the hands out to the side, reach up, crisscross, and then squat down as you crisscross at the bottom, crisscross at the top, and exhale down. Breathe in, crisscross, and then exhale, crisscross. If you want, and if it's okay, add a little bounce as you come on down before you come on up. Crisscross and exhale. Inhale, nice and controlled, go to your rhythm. Beautiful, last one down, keeping the hands up above your head, hands interlace, index finger is pointing towards the ceiling. Imagine you've been pulled, your hands nice and tall, feet or legs close together. Try not to, as you raise your hands, raise your shoulders. Try to relax the shoulders. Stomach muscles tight. Breathe in. As we breathe out, you're just going to twist the body gently to the left and then gently back to the center before you go to the right. And just be mindful how this feels for you as you're gently standing, lengthening your spine and twisting from one side to the other. Wonderful. Coming back towards the center, breathing in, and then as you breathe out, just move laterally to the side. Try not to twist the body at all, and move your body to the side, not twisting. Just staying nice and lateral to the side, and just feel that stretch. And notice how your sides here are really stretching and toning, lengthening. Beautiful. Coming back towards the center. Take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, laterally move to the other side and feel that stretch. And stay here, and try to really imagine that there's a sheet of glass in front and behind you, so you really don't twist at all, and feel that stretch. Feel that stretch as you're coming back towards the center, lowering your arms down to the side and going back to a spinal twist. Standing nice and tall. Your feet can be slightly apart if it's more comfortable. And again, just air dry your fingers. Beautiful, and relax. We're going to go to the sun salutation. So I'll be facing my short end of the mat. Come and follow me. Softness in the knees as you take a beautiful in-breath. Lean back if you want to before you bend your knees, and you're going to come on down and fold in half. Resting your stomach onto your thighs, a little bend in the knee, so you can really enjoy that stretch at the back of the legs, your glutes and lower back. Staying here for a moment, we're just going to gently place our fingertips on the mat, and we're going to take both fingertips over to the left and then over to the right. It's like you're kind of softly touching, stroking your mat or your carpet as you are gently going from left to right. Beautiful. Then pausing in the center, looking at your knees. Gently raise yourself up to half fold, straight legs, 90 degrees, arms out to the side, aeroplane. Be mindful to really tilt your hips so your tailbone is up. Your back is straight, like in mountain pose. Shoulders are down and back, straight back. Body weight is coming forward, so you can feel that stretch in the back of the legs, but don't go so far forward that you're going to fall. And don't raise the heel. So your feet are nice and planted. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings, the legs, the glutes. Then gently come on down, plank position, before we go into a 3/4 plank. So plank, then rest your knees onto the mat, your feet are flat. Don't have your hands too far in front, have them underneath your shoulder, chest area, and then also with the hips, don't just curl up the hips. Allow your tailbone to be tucked under, and you can really feel that core working in this 3/4 plank. Feel your abdominal muscles working active here. Then gently you're going to take your hips back, big toes are touching, child's pose, and really stretch. Really try and get the hips to go as far back as they can, and your hands to stretch out in front of you as much as you can, and really enjoy that stretch. Your hands are hip width apart, your knees are hip width or more apart, and you're trying to get the hips as far back as you can, and just notice that nice stretch. You may wish to rest your forehead on the mat and just really take that stretch and really lengthen these muscles, lengthening and toning the muscles. And feel that stretch and really enjoy the stretch. Wonderful. From here you're going to slowly move forward, so you're going to lower your forearm on the mat and slowly going to come into cobra. Your hands can be stretched out or you can come down on your forearm. And then again, you're also going to start looking over your shoulder, over to the left, over to the right, and really noticing, moving the hips slightly out of the way, moving the arms just a little to help you look down towards your feet as you move left to right, and notice that stretch in your waist, hips. If your lower back is hurting, come down onto the forearm and still look side to side. Beautiful. From here, take the hips back, big toes touching, and let's go back into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat if you want to. And like you've done before, really stretch out your hands in front of you. Really imagine your hands are being pulled forward and someone has hold of your hips and it's pulling you back. So really try and visualize and feel that nice stretch, and really stretch as much as you can. And then you're going to just move now in your own time between child's pose and cobra, and just really be mindful how this feels for you, and really try to move with the breath if you can, breathing normally in between. So it's an out breath for child's pose and it's an in breath when you travel forward into cobra. So in your own time now, just flow to how it feels good for you, connecting your mind and body to how you are moving, noticing how it is feeling for you. We're all unique. And just enjoy the stretch between child's pose and cobra. Stretching and toning various parts of the muscles around the body and work it out. Wonderful, feel that stretch. And then we're going to, once you've done that, we're going to get ready to raise the hips and stretch the back of the legs and glutes more. So spread your fingers when you're ready, nice and wide. Come up to your come up to your knees. Curl your toes under and then start raising the hips up towards the ceiling and back. And really try and feel that stretch at the back of the legs. Bend one knee and then the other. Stretch those legs out. So really feel that stretch. Body weight is back towards the heels. So there's hardly any pressure on your hands. The hands are just supporting you. Body weight is back. Bend one knee, move the hips out of the way as you stretch out that leg. And just enjoy the stretch, starting from your ankles, calves, hamstrings. Raise the glutes up towards the ceiling. You can even remain static, but if you want a good stretch, then move the knee one and then the other and enjoy that stretch. Then gently bend both knees as you look forward, walk, step or jump to the front. Pausing here for a moment before you then come up into half fold like before. Aeroplane arms out to the side, body weight evenly distributed in the soles of your feet, but then take that body weight just a little bit forward so you can feel that stretch at the back of the legs. Then softness in the knees as you fold in half, and you're going to look at your legs and again enjoying the stretch at the back of the legs. If you prefer at this point to keep your legs straight, you can, but if the hamstrings are still a bit tight, then feel free to keep your knees soft. Alternating, if you want to, between bending the knees and straightening them is another nice little exercise to help you stretch the calf muscles, the back of the legs. Keeping the knees gently soft certainly eases that pressure around the lower back. Bend the knees, lower the hips, come all the way up to standing as you take a nice breath in. Palms together and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's do that again. In breath and out breath. The breath is so important. Stay here again, folding in half. Now you can bend one knee and then the other. So you're moving the hips slightly out of the way. So one knee is coming forward, the other leg is slightly stretched. So it's as though you're walking somewhere, but your feet are static. You're just bending one knee forward and then the other, and in turn you're moving the hips slightly out of the way, so you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs, around your glutes. Wonderful. Bending both knees, come up into half fold, aeroplane arms, so straight back like in mountain pose. Tilt your hips so your tailbone is pointing up. Squeeze your shoulder blades, looking a little bit ahead. Body weight is forward so you can feel that stretch. And enjoy that stretch in your glutes, hamstrings, legs. And of course, throughout, try to keep your abdominal muscles active as well. As your arms go out to the side, feel that stretch. Then gently bend the knees, softness. Come down onto the floor for a plank. And then 3/4 plank. And you can you can turn your hands into a fist if your wrists want to break. And you're just going to move your hips from a 3/4 plank. You're just moving them back as though you want to sit down. But your hands don't move from that spot. So you're sitting back and then coming forward. So you're in the position of a 3/4 plank, but then you're moving the hips back as though you're sitting down, and then moving forward into 3/4 plank, then moving back. And try to really keep your abdominal muscles active here throughout. And then as you're coming forward, feel the abs. As you are sitting back, try to really point that tailbone back, moving the hips a little bit as you come into a 3/4 plank. Also, let's try not to round our back when we come forward. Wonderful. We're going to go into child's pose now. So big toes are touching. Sit right back and then stretch the hands out in front. Take them further forward if you want more of a stretch along from your back, across the shoulders and arms. Stretch your hands forward. And really enjoy that stretch. And then, like we've done before, in your own time, travel between child's pose and cobra, and remember to be in a 3/4, to be on your forearm if you want to. So just take your time, or stay in whichever position your body requires for you to stay at today. It's so important to really listen to the body and pause and stretch, and not to do anything that you feel it doesn't like. Make it comfortable and stretch and enjoy. Wonderful. Then we're going to get ready to raise the hips again up towards the ceiling. So let's get ready. Curl your toes under. Raise the hips up towards the ceiling. Bend one knee and then the other. Move that body weight back towards the heel. If you have to move anything forward, then move your feet towards your hands just a little more, to kind of make it more of a deeper stretch. But again, only if your body is happy with it. Don't force anything. And as always, really try to take those hips up towards the ceiling and stretch out. Bending both knees, taking that body weight back towards your thighs. Take an in-breath, and then as you breathe out, straighten the legs. And again, breathe in, bend both knees, push that body weight towards your thighs. And as you breathe out, straighten the legs. And really feel that nice stretch at the back. Bend both knees, look forward, walk, step or jump to the front. Beautiful. Coming up into half fold with aeroplane arms, straight back. Body weight is forward. Feel that stretch. Enjoy that stretch at the back of the legs and glutes. Then softness in the knees as you bend completely in half. You're looking at your legs. You're going to place your hands at the back of your legs around your calf muscles. You're going to either keep your legs straight or slightly bent, whichever is comfortable for you. You're going to take an in-breath and almost rise to like half fold. And then as you breathe out, you're going to take your head into a full fold. So breathing in, you're going to raise the head away from the leg slightly. And then as you breathe out, you're going to encourage your head to be closer towards your legs by your hands behind your legs, encouraging your arms to take that head, body closer to the legs. Breathe in, lengthen away, and then as you breathe out, you're going to fold in half more and feel that stretch. Work with your breath. The breath is magic. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, relax and let go of any tension at the back of the legs, the glutes, lower back. Breathe in as the head goes up. And then relax as you breathe out and stretch the legs. One more breathe in. And then out. Relax. Enjoy that stretch. Then gently, your knees are going to start bending. You're going to lower your hips and you're going to come slowly all the way up to standing. Nice and controlled, not too fast. Take the hands out to the side. Breathe in. And then palms together as you breathe out. Beautiful. We're going to remain standing. We're just going to work a bit more around the sides and your stomach. So taking the shoulders forwards and back. Your feet are hip width apart. And then you're going to bend your knees, take the arms out to the side, breathe in. And then breathe out, your arms are going to go out to the side again and gently bend the knees. Like we've done before, breathe in, crisscross, and then breathe out, come down and crisscross. Breathe in, crisscross, and then breathe out. Little bounce if you want to. Make sure your hips are back, the weight is in your heel. Come on down. Breathe in and out. For the last time, we're going to remain standing with the hands out to the side, up above our head, fingers interlace, feet walk closer together. We're going to go into a moving to the side like we've done before, but we're going to release the hand. So take a beautiful in-breath and And as you breathe out, laterally move to the side, but this time you're going to let go of the hand. One of them is going to reach down towards the ground and feel that stretch. Then slowly, as you start to breathe in, they interlace together, and then they're going to move to the other side as you breathe out, and it's going to go down. Beautiful. Take a beautiful in-breath in. Stomach muscles active. Make them work. And then breathe out as you laterally move to this side and feel that stretch. Breathing in. Stretching up. Breathing out as you go to the side. Beautiful. Breathing in. Keeping your hands up, and then for the last time, this side. Wonderful. And then as your hands come up, we're going to go for the last time to the other side. Wonderful. And come on up. Palms together, slowly come down, elbows out to the side. Walk your feet hip width apart, okay? We're just going to remove if there is any tension also around the neck and shoulders, because all these muscles are interconnected. So let's just take the head left to right. So you're looking in one direction, and then you tilt your head and look in the opposite direction. So side to side, but notice, stand nice and tall as you're looking from one shoulder to the other. Wonderful. And then you're going to pause in the middle, and you're going to raise the head up and down. Taking the chin up, taking the chin down. Stretching the front and back of the chest, and the back of the neck and top of the shoulders. Wonderful. Looking forward, you can freestyle and move the head however it helps you. So you can do like a semicircle down or a full circle. As always, just be gentle and do what feels good for you. Gently moving from side to side, spinal twist. Wonderful. Shaking the hands to the side, air dry. Shoulders are down. Standing nice and tall. And relax. Beautiful. You're going to take your feet a little more than hip width apart. You're going to place your hands on your hips. Elbows are going to go back towards your back. Your fingertips are coming forward, your thumb pointing towards your spine, and you're going to activate your abdominal muscles, and you're just going to lean forward and just feel that stretch, but taking the elbows back. You're not completely going down into a full fold. So your legs are nice and wide, you're looking forward and you're leaning forward to almost half fold, and then you're using your abdominal muscles to help you lift to stand. So it's your back muscles that's slowly helping you to lower yourself forward, and it's your abdominal muscles that is helping you to gently stand up. One more, coming forward and then coming up. Wonderful. Keeping your arms out to the side, just allow the arms just to tap the body from one side to the other. Moving the hips slightly side to side. Wonderful. We're going to walk our feet closer together so we can actually do more of the working around the hips. Big circles one way, softness in the knees, and a circle in the other way. So you're being nice and gentle, softness in the knees, and just gently circle forward, circle back. Beautiful. Pausing. You're going to interlace your fingers. You're going to take your hands above your head, and we're still going to do that movement with the hips, but above your head with your hands, you're going to do a big circle. You're going to draw a circle with the hands, and in turn your hips are also moving round. So you are circling one way, then you're going to pause and circle in the other way. So do move the hips round. So they are going, so your hands are going forward, to the side, around behind you. So do move from one way to the other. There's no real count between one side and the other, but here you are feeling that stretch. We're going to start taking the hands a little lower and more around the head. So you're going to take your interlaced fingers around the front. So it's more like your elbows, which is lifting and lowering. In turn, you're still moving those hips from one way and the other. Let's move the arms the other way just to kind of help you change direction. Beautiful. And now just freestyle, and either keep your hands close to your head, or you can keep your hands a little above or right up towards the ceiling, continuing to move the hips from one way and the other. Wonderful. And take your hands down by your side, spinal twist, gently. Wonderful. We're going to get gently down onto the floor, and we're going to do some more stretches here. So just get yourself down onto the mat, nice and steady. Lower yourself down. And just nice and controlled, and again steady as you come down onto the mat, and allow yourself to take the knees in towards your chest, and start by giving yourself a really nice big hug, big group hug. Hug your knees. You can raise the head and look at your knees, or you can keep your head down onto the mat, looking up towards the ceiling. You can just remain static, or you can hug your knees in towards your chest and then just move the knees side to side, or even into like a little circle to give yourself a little lower back massage. And just kind of noticing your lower back with your knees up towards your chest. Just focus on that. Breathing normally, but purposefully being mindful of how you're feeling and relaxing the body. Okay. Allow both feet to be placed on the mat. Keep your knees bent, and gently allow the head just to relax down. Let's go into some pelvic tilts. So you're going to tilt your pelvis so your back is flat against the floor. Clench your pelvic floor muscles, and then allow the pelvis to tilt again and relax. And just take your time by tilting your pelvis. Your abdominal muscles is going right down towards the floor. Clench that pelvic floor muscle, and then when you're ready, just relax. And just alternate between clenching and relaxing, making sure that your lower back is flat against the floor. when you are tilting your pelvis. And work your abs in this instance as well. Tilt your pelvis, clench and relax. Wonderful. Tilt your pelvis, hold that tilt there. Flat against the floor is your lower back. Your right knee is coming in towards your chest, just your right knee. Your left foot is still planted firmly on your mat. Your right hand is holding on to that right knee, holding it nice and strong towards your chest. So here you should feel a little stretch towards the top of your left quads. You may feel a faint stretch on your right glutes. And if you want to, with both hands, keeping that knee towards your chest, if you want to, you can raise that right leg up towards the ceiling to feel again some more of that stretch. And again, there are various positions you can put your hand to really enjoy the stretch at the back of that right leg, but making sure that your lower back is flat against the mat and stretch. Then let's do the same on the other side. So just relax your spine first and then tilt your pelvis so you're nice and flat on the mat, and then allow that left knee to come in towards your chest, pushing down on that right foot, feeling your abs towards your mat, hugging your left leg in towards your chest. And when you're ready, you can straighten that left foot, left leg, the heel, the soles of your feet pointing towards the ceiling. So it's as though they're pushing up towards the ceiling. So pushing your right foot onto the mat, you should feel a stretch at the top of the quads on that right leg. Your abdominal muscles are keeping your lower back flat against the mat, and you're enjoying that stretch on that left leg. Then gently place that left leg down, keeping your knees bent. You're just going to tilt both knees to the left, both knees to the right. Your feet are more than hip width apart, or better still, they're touching the edges of your mat. And then it doesn't matter which end your legs are dropping and pointing, but do try and look in the opposite direction to where your knees are pointing. And just really breathing normally. Notice where is there, if there is any tension. Breathe and really relax that tension. Let's take the legs on the other side. Looking in the opposite direction to your knees. Relaxing the legs. Feeling that nice stretch. Beautiful. Keeping your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You're just going to place your hands wherever it's comfortable for you, wherever you want it, on your body or behind your head. And just take 3 nice healing breaths in, breathing goodness, love, peace, tranquility, vitality. Breathe all that in and exhale out any stress, anxiety, toxins. Breathe it out, letting go of anything you don't need anymore. 2 more breaths in and out in your own time. Wonderful. Then you're gently going to roll to one side and gently come on up. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this morning.